rejected. Order rejected. Order filled. Order rejected. Order rejected. Order rejected.
Hello, hello. Good morning, good morning. We are looking pretty weak out here, eh? So far, IWM is standing out. Let's pull the chart up. IWM 15-minute bar closed, super weak. So, came right into our support zone right here. I have a support zone at 271.50s. So, let's see. I like a pullback on IWM. If we can get it, I would love a pullback. So that was a beautiful reject, hey, off pre-market low. Such a nice reject. Just came a little bit quicker, unfortunately. The 15 bar didn't close yet. That was really nice, though. Right at pre-market low, 13 EMA. Like, that's as clean as it gets right there. That was really nice. So, 15-minute bar did not close on SPY. So nothing there yet. Qs. 15-minute candle bounced off previous day low like crazy. Huge bounce. 6-point bounce. Nutty bounce. So nothing on Qs, nothing on SPY yet. SPY bouncing off previous day low as well. So IWM is by far the weakest. Well below previous day low. Well below pre-market low. So 13 EMA tap would be good. I think it'd be worth a try for sure. So let's see how it goes. Student of Black Music, what's up, man? Happy Tuesday. Yeah, IWM seems like the top one for sure. So let's see this first pullback. Let's see the 13 come back into the low a day. Or anywhere near the 13 here. Or even just like a flag break starter. And then at the 13 tap, we can get in again. So waiting here. Alright, let's see the pullback here on IWM. 13 EMA is the first look. I'm looking at a starter here on 3. And then if we hold and consolidate, like I want to see some wicks off the 13. And then we'll add some more. Let's see a little bit more. Worst case, I get a starter so I don't miss the move. Okay, I'm going to get a starter right there. I'm going to start with 3. Start with 3. Right around here. So I want to see some holds. And ideally we go down to this next zone that I have right here. So flagging nicely right now. Good looking flag right at the 13. Only in a starter. Then I'm looking to add if we get rejections off that 13. So looking pretty good. So if we close above the 13 and start building off the 13 EMA and like above this zone, then I'm just gonna cut it. Regroup. But so far, this is the best look for sure. Okay, here's that first 13 tap. Almost. No ad yet.
Order
Okay,
filled.
one more ad here. So if we break above, I'll probably cut it fairly quickly. So just the 13 break, that's going to be my stop. This was the pre-market low, and that was just so perfect. Such a perfect pre-market low retest, but it was just a little quick, which was the problem. Just a little bit quick. Another 13 tap right here. See if she stops me out. Q surging again. IWM just kind of does its own thing though, but let's see.
Order filled.
Almost out. Just waiting a second. Still in. Ten seconds left on this candle. Let's see how it closes. Choppy for sure. I mean, Nvidia earnings is tomorrow, so not surprised it's choppy, to be honest, at all. But let's see. Still in this. Still in this IWM here. I am tempted to add, just don't love the choppiness. So probably avoid the add. So if this does hit the lows, I'm going to de-risk half at the lows, or I'll just stop out if this thing starts building here. Okay, that's a good rejection. Let's see if we can get some follow through. Can we get some follow through? IWM, let's see. So far looking okay. Don't love this candle. I don't love how we closed above the 13. And this one, I don't know. We'll see. Looks like it wants to hold. So I do have the support zone here, but I gotta follow the system, and the system is telling me to short here, so I have to follow through here. I'm gonna take off half at the lows, but I want to ultimately get down to 270.50 if it can make it there. That's kind of gonna be my end goal with my runners. So that's looking okay so far. Okay, we flip green on that. So far. So good looking chart, like in general, like looking at this thing right now the way it is, it looks good. See if we can hit that low, then we'll ride runners. See if we can hit that low, and I'll take off. I got 6 contracts, so I'll probably take off a third. So like ultimately, yeah, just to revise again, 270.55. Yeah, so I'm like, this is my ultimate goal. That's a really nice looking chart. That's a really nice looking chart, guys. I like that a lot. So had a little bit of a fake out here. You know, a little bit of surge above, but ultimately the 13 is what we're playing. So I'm going to take off 2.
Order filled.
Just because I have to at the lows. I have to de-risk my position a little bit, because we could easily just spring off this low again. So I don't want to be not de-risking. And then I want to piece out along the way. So that's going to be my next scale spot right here. If it doesn't get there, so be it. And then this is going to be my next spot right here. So another third and another third. That's what I'm looking for right here. Beautiful IWM, man. Let's go. Beautiful stuff. There we go. Alright, so when that alarm hits, I want to take off two more. Two more at that alarm. Beautiful, man. Beautiful. Thanks, Randy. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Alright, so hopefully we get down to this zone right here, because that's where I'm looking to scale out. Let me just look at the chart. So that's kind of where I have my zone. My next zone marked, so I'm not gonna deviate from this plan. This is what I want. So far looking good. Love the look of this chart. I just don't want to be bouncing off this demand zone. So let's see. This is going to be my next scale spots right here. 271 basically. 271. Looking good though. Looking good. So I think that first scale spot was a good idea. Low a day. Just in case it bounces, which happens all the time. So I think that's a smart way to scale out, just at the lows there. And then 2R is going to be my first goal. So again, I got this zone right here, so we'll see if this creates some sort of demand, or if this is just a retest of the lows. $271.19. That's your scale spot, Randy? That's a beautiful candle. I love that candle. That's what we want to see. Exactly what we want to see right there. 10 seconds left on that thing. That's nice. I like that candle a lot. Beautiful, man. Yeah, that was nice. That was really nice. There we go. Hell yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. Randy, you're saying 271.19. So that's right here. $271.19. Yeah, there's a lot of demand here for sure. There definitely is. Let's see if we can get one more candle like that, just like this one. See if this wants to flip red for us here. Randy, you're saying 271.19. That's coming up pretty quick. That's one more push down. and we'll hit 271.19. See, I'm going for 271.02. That's going to be my... There we go. There we go. Let's go. So my next alarm, when this alarm hits, I want to scale out. Yeah, there we go. Alright, I'm scaling out 2 more right there where my alarm hit. So now, that's my 2R. So, we just hit 2R on our money right there. That was my scale spot. Love it. Love it. Beautiful. Okay, so now I'm going for that other third. I'm going to 271.60s. That's going to be my next scale spot right here. I got a good demand zone right here, so as soon as this alarm hits, I'm going to take off another half, and then I'm going to ride the runners after that. Beautiful stuff, man. Beautiful stuff. Love it. What a read today. What a read. Alright, here we go. Flowing nicely now. These 2 flips were just beautiful, man. These were beautiful. Like, we try to hold this demand zone, and it was just super weak, so I think we hit our next zone. We're going zone to zone here. That was really, really nice. Love that. So let's see our next alarm be tagged here. So it depends if this one flips green on me, because I don't want it to pull all the way back to the 13, so I might scale one more. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna get one more off here, just right here, and then the rest is gonna be right here. I'm going for this zone right here, 270.59. That's gonna be my next spot. Alright, that was a good scale spot. That was a really good scale spot. I like that scale spot. So we got one runner left. I'm not letting this go red on me. Testing the low of day here. So basically just testing that big support zone I had. So this is the big support now, obviously flipped to resistance. So now it's retesting that zone. So perfect flip, right? Like off this demand, this is a macro demand zone that I had. Perfect little bounce, break, now retesting this zone. So let's see. Let's see if we can get that next leg down. One more leg down and we'll hit our next zone at 270.58 for me. We need this thing to flush though. Okay, here's that next retest of that 13. Randy, are you in? If you are, what's your stop on this? I think my stop is going to be a build above this zone and or break even on my runner. I'm not giving any back, so that's going to be my hard stop. I really wanted to add here. This is a little bit kind of disappointed in this no add right here. All out now, nice. Little disappointed in this no add because once we close back below, I should have been adding here. Nice, Randy. Well, good luck with the appointment. Hope it all goes well. Alright, this is the last attempt on IWM for me. If we start breaking above this 13 and holding, I'm going to get out on this runner. Nice. Good stuff. Yeah, it was a good exit. Good bounce, right? Like 271. 271.19. Yeah, like a perfect break and then right back up. But I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait on this because I can easily see our next zone be hit here because we got another retest of that. See if we can get it. See if we can get it. Q and SPY selling off. Nice. That's a good delay, Randy. I like it. Beautiful. My internet's kind of in and out, though. I don't know if my video's cutting out, but my internet's being really bad right now. Alright, so we got that closure on SPY here. Got that closure on SPY. Perfect previous day low retest. Q's weak. Very weak. Either way, we're in IWM. So there's that rejection, man. Like, I love that zone. So another perfect 13 EMA retest. And then I got this zone right here. So as soon as I hear my alarm, I'm gonna be trailing really tight if we can get it. I'm gonna trail really tight if I can get it anywhere near my zone here. But that's a perfect rejection. That is like as good of as a rejection as you want right there. Right at that zone, right at the 13. That was nice. Q and SPY is selling off. Big time. One more leg. Let's go. Gorgeous, man. Gorgeous. Look at that. We're going to hit our next zone. I mean, if I had to guess, I would say yes. I would say yes. There it is, man. There's that flush. Let's go. Let's go. Took MRTN long and GL everyone. Nice, Randy. Very nice. I'm still in this IWM. Look at that. Look at that. Let's go. Now we need to just bust through this low and we're going to hit our zone. If I had another runner, I would have taken one off right here. But if we can bust through this low, if we can bust through this zone, we're going to see our next, or this low, we're going to see our next zone. Big bounce. Another retest of that 13 in that zone we got. 272 zone, 271.50. Okay, one more reject and then we hit our next zone and then we're done. Alright, another 13 EMA retest and that zone we got. So, looking good, man. Looking good. I like it. I like it. We just need another little push down. Absolutely nothing wrong with this chart at all. The only thing I would change here is just not adding back in here. I just, yeah, didn't love how we were above this support zone that I had, but man, like as soon as we closed back under and started rolling over, this should have been an add right here. This should have been an add. Of course, in hindsight, everything is very clear, but like I did call that I wanted to add there. I just didn't like how it was chopping around at here. I just didn't like this. This price action here just threw me off a little bit, but this add would have been just so nice. Anybody in this with me still? Or am I in this thing solo? Life of Music, you in? Gorgeous move, man. This was obviously the #1 move. Once we got that big sell-off retest, perfect. But the 15 didn't close yet, so I just wanted to wait in case we got a big sweep of that. So, second best entry right here, easily. And then we hit at least like two and a half on our money-ish, 2 and a bit. So, I like it. Let's see if we can get one more push down into that zone, and then I'm going to be out. One more push down. Life of Music, you didn't take IWM at all, or did you already get out? Okay, volume pop there. We got a little volume pop on this candle. Look at that volume. Look at that volume pop. Let's see if that's going to bring us down here. Volume popping big time right here. So literally the second biggest candle since the open right here. This volume pop right here. So little signal right here. So we got this one right here which caused the big jump. And then this is our second biggest volume candle after the open right here. So which way do we go with that? Let's see. Big volume pop. Look at that. Consolidation, and then boom, bunch of sellers show up hopefully here. Kind of what I'm hoping for that next leg. I didn't get on time. That's okay, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. Can't catch them all. So now we're looking at the biggest candle here, biggest volume candle since the open right here. So let's hope this is sellers to push us down to our next zone. Like beautiful consolidation, right? Retest, building energy, surfing our 13 EMA underneath our macro resistance zone right here. So nothing wrong with this chart right now. We just need that next leg down. One more push down. If we close above the 13 or anywhere in this zone, I'm going to get out the rest. Because this big volume pop showed me either buyers are here or sellers are here. So if this thing starts closing above, surging above, I'm going to get out the rest. So basically testing that low of day again, right here. That previous low of day, right here. Retesting that. Okay, I might get out pretty quick. You can see this is the first time we're breaking the 13 since here. And now we're back in that gray zone on my IWM. So, might stop on these runners pretty quick. Okay, we closed above that 13 now. So likely I'm going to be stopping out on the rest here. Okay, I'm gonna get out.
Order filled.
That's it. And the reason I got out there was because we closed above that 13 and now we're back surging into that gray zone, so I'm out. So I'm out, but let's see what she wants to do. At some point, I wouldn't be surprised if we hit that next zone. But regardless, we got 2R on our money, at least. So I started scaling out around here. So like 2.13, pretty good, man. I'm happy with that. Happy with that trade for sure. Like multiple times you could have re-entered here too, like 13 tap, 13 tap, 13 tap, like just perfect. Perfect respect to that 13. Very nice stuff. IWM holding. Looking like it wants to hold. Qs. I got the 1 hour 200 EMA right here at that 13. I'm gonna short this one right here on my other account that I got, because I got that 1 hour 200 EMA, so I like that short right here on that Qs. Show you what I'm looking at here on this one. So I got this zone right here, and we're retesting the zone that I got. This low right back here. Look at this zone we're retesting right here. Massive zone. And then I also got the 200 EMA and the 13 EMA. So let's see if she wants to hold for us. If not, I'll quickly get out. See if this 13 holds. If it doesn't, then I'll get out. Okay, I might get out here. Closed above the 13. Let's give it a second. Giving it a second. I need this 13 to hold. Try an add right here. Try one more add. If it doesn't hold, I get out. It's worth an attempt because this is the first real 13 EMA tap, so worth an attempt for me. So if we do hit it, I would like a scale spot right here. This would be my scale spot if we do hit it. Really tempted to add here, but I just missed the add, I think. So I'm gonna wait a second, see how it goes. Worst case, I scale out right at these lows. Okay, we just flip green. Look at a scale out at these lows, if I can get it. See what I'm looking at here. I had the 1 hour 200 EMA right here, and we flipped below this big demand zone that I had that we had such a massive bounce from. We had such a massive bounce from this demand zone. If you can look back here on the Qs, 697, just such a massive zone that we bounced from, and then we closed underneath. And then we also got the 200 1 hour EMA here, so worth a stab for sure. Yeah, my internet is no good here. I don't know what's going on today. I must be cutting in and out, but my internet is not good. Potential ad spot I'm looking at, maybe it's right here. See what she does. Break over this high though, I'm out. But I do like this ad spot potentially here. Just need to see some weakness to add. Just like here. Okay, so we closed above that zone again, so I don't like that anymore. So I might stop out pretty quick. Okay, I'm out. I'm out on this account. That's holding now. So that was above. So now we broke back above that zone. So now I don't like that anymore. So I'm just going to get out. I was looking really good for a second though. I wanted to see us tap this zone right here at 694.73. But no bueno on that one account. So it is what it is. I think that's my cue though, guys. See if anybody's still on here. Yeah, I mean this looked good, but now we're holding above that zone, so not great. Yeah, this IWM is still playing games too. IWM is still playing games. But again, like underneath that zone still, but yeah. Alright guys, I'll be back on tomorrow. Have a great day. And yeah, I'll be back same time as always. Alright guys, peace and love.